All right, we got a fun one today. Get a call from this customer, and they tell me they had a guy pull out their engine of their Mini Cooper, and then the guy, for reasons I won't say, pulled out the engine but can't put it back in. So he's calling asking if I could do anything about it. And I'm like, yeah, I can. But man, I already knew I was going to be walking into some sort of a mess. So I just wanted to show this because this is crazy. Okay, so first of all, here's the car. Engine and transmission's out of it. Not sure why this guy pulled the transmission out. That's just a whole bunch of extra work. There's the transmission. There's the old engine. There's the radiator with its whole mount and everything. And there's the new engine. Bunch of parts. Bumper. Bunch of parts. More parts. Bolts everywhere. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. I've never done an engine on a Mini Cooper, but, you know, all engines are basically the same. They all connect basically the same. But, you know, when you're completely unfamiliar with bolts and locations, this is going to take some time. But I'll record it and we'll get it figured out regardless. I mean, this customer wants their car running. Obviously, they got a whole engine for it, so we're going to do our best to do this as quick as possible. Not only because I don't want to be here forever working on this, but also I don't want the customer to have to pay way too much. You know, I'm sure he's already paid a good amount to that other guy just to pull it out, so I'm trying to save this customer some money and get this done quickly, but get it done right. I wanted to show this real quick. I'm about to just put the transmission back in first on its own. It's just way extra work to try to do it all together, but I'm just moving some stuff around, and I already found something that's going to be a problem for sure. See that water dripping out? That is dripping out of the PCM. Meaning the entire PCM is filled up with water. I don't know how long this has been sitting here, but I can tell you this: PCMs do not like water inside of them. Not only PCMs, but every electrical connection does not like water inside of them. So, boy, this is gonna... We'll try, we'll see, we'll hope it's not damaged or anything, but I do not have high hopes for this car right now. This is gonna be crazy. All right, so we've made some progress. So we got the new engine attached to the transmission. So now, before I go trying to put it in, this is a used engine, so, you know, a lot of times the used engines, they'll just snip stuff, break stuff. They don't care. They just want to get you the engine. They just break everything on the way. So right now I'm just going over the whole engine, finding what's broken, taking the old pieces off of the old engine and putting it on the new one. This is a definite process. Like I said, I've never worked on... Well, I've worked on, like, Mini Coupes before, but I've never done an engine, so I'm really not familiar with where everything goes, what everything is. So it's really just a matter of, you know, just really inspecting every part of it and making sure I don't miss anything. Because once it's in there, it'll be a whole lot harder to switch stuff out. It'll be a lot less room to work. So it's good to do all this while we got it out like this. So that's where I'm at. All right, big reveal. got a lot done today. So again, we'll just review here. Old engine. New engine. Got it mounted in here. Got most of the parts attached to it. A couple things I got to get from the parts store. I think this engine was a different trim because this little purge valve, this one, has an extra line running off of it to the throttle body. And the old one, right here's where it connects. It's plugged off on the old one. So I was gonna, just take it off and swap out the purge valve and plug it. However, this one has a sensor attached to it. So I can't just take it off. So now I'm wondering how the ECM is gonna handle that. I might need to go get a reprogram at the dealer, but more likely he's gonna need a new ECM anyways because of all the water infiltration. But we'll tackle that once we get this all together. Just found something else funny. Not really funny. It's got two wires completely torn apart. No connector anywhere in sight, which is lovely. So I'll have to figure out where that goes. But we're making progress. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow and keep on trucking. All right, so I got all caught up in my work yesterday and didn't film anything. I just was so focused on hurrying up and getting this done quick. And it turned out good. You see it now. It's pretty much, actually it is all back together. I just got to put one of the CV axles in, and I got to fill it up with fluids, and we'll see if it starts. Like I said, I'm not sure it will start because the PCM was completely filled up with water, and I'm sure there's still water in there. But we're going to hope for the best. At minimum, at least it's all back together now. I mean, yeah, we got extra bolts laying around here. A lot of it is because there's a lot of stuff the other guy took apart on the old engine that was not taken apart on the new engine, so I got a lot of extra bolts from that. I definitely probably forgot some bolts here and there, for sure, actually. But yeah, it'll hold together. I know the engine's mounted in there good. All the pieces attaching to the engine, I made sure everything is actually connected and good, so nothing's going to be falling apart. But yeah, I'm going to finish up this CV axle and fluids, and then we'll see if she starts. All right, so all finished. It's all put back together, all closed up, and just like I thought, it didn't start. It was doing all kinds of weird stuff, flashing everything, all kinds of noises, nothing turning on. The battery was completely dead, but I hooked up my jumper pack to it, and it was still acting all crazy. And I know my jumper pack is good, so yeah, it definitely needs a new ECM, which I can't. Well, I could put the ECM in, but I can't program it, so I'm not even gonna offer to do it because it's just pointless, So yep, I all finished up with that, and it's unfortunate, if that other guy never touched it, it probably would be running right now, but stuff happens. But at least it's all together now, and it can be towed to a dealership where they can put in a ECM and get it programmed and running. I know everything I did was good, so long as that engine that he bought was in good condition, then it should run just fine once he gets an ECM in it. But yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've done so far as a mobile mechanic. It's definitely not something I would want to do again. However, if somebody calls me and they request that, I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to turn down a job that I'm capable of doing. But yeah, that's it for this Mini Cooper. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.